We have got to talk about what is going on between Jojo Siwa and Chris Hughes. Are they officially together? They are in bed together, so it looks like they are. But it could all be for clout. What happens when your childhood idol publicly shades you? For Jojo Siwa, it cut deeper than most people realize. What looked like a harmless joke turned into a viral storm. Today, we will dive into it all. Let's unpack the controversy that's lit up timelines, cracked open old wounds, and pushed Jojo Siwa into a battle she never asked for. It started at the World Pride event in Washington, D.C. Miley Cyrus, one of the headlining virtual speakers, recorded her message from inside a literal closet. In her signature cheeky style, she said, "I've been out of the closet since the 6th grade. I'm going back in to grab more pretzels and bring Jojo Siwa back out." It was quick, it was witty, and it went viral within minutes.
Enjoy coming out of the closet if this Pride is the time for you. It's Miley. I just want to tell you have an amazing World Pride. Is it a month? It should be a year. It should be infinite. All right, I'm going back to get some more pretzels and find Jojo Siwa and bring you back out.
But while some laughed, others didn't, especially not Jojo.
But that's not all.
To most people, it might have sounded like a playful jab, a fun little Pride Month moment between two famous faces. But for Jojo, it wasn't just a joke. It landed right in the middle of a firestorm she was already navigating. Because for the past few months, Jojo's sexuality, identity, and integrity have all been under the microscope. And this joke, coming from someone she once idolized, felt more like a slap in the face than a punchline.
Great question. Phenomenal question. It's a really good question you have there. Can I be honest? Loads of different times on different levels. I'm very, very happy with where we are currently, obviously, very, very, I mean, it literally smile every single second of every single day now. But one of my personal biggest frustrations in my life right now is that I actually don't know. I genuinely don't know, and I've spoken about it, I don't know the moment that it was never like a light switch happened. It just, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I genuinely don't know. It's serendipity. We love Chris!
Let's rewind. In 2021, Jojo Siwa came out publicly as a gay woman. She told the world she didn't see herself ever dating men. She was proud, bold, open, and the internet applauded her for it. LGBTQ+ fans saw her as a beacon, a Gen Z trailblazer who could dance in a glitter onesie and still speak openly about queerness in a way that was honest, joyful, and brave. She became more than a celebrity. She became a symbol. Jojo was no longer just a bow-wearing Nickelodeon star. She was the face of something bigger. Brands wanted her. Media celebrated her. Her identity became part of her brand, and that came with pressure, intense pressure. That spotlight didn't just highlight her, it scrutinized her. Jojo's every move, every statement, and every relationship began to carry a weight far heavier than most people could imagine. When she spoke, she wasn't just speaking for herself anymore. She was speaking for an entire community, and the expectations that came with that were enormous. But in 2024, things changed. Jojo confirmed that she was dating Chris Hughes, her co-star from Celebrity Big Brother. The internet reacted immediately, and it wasn't all applause. The backlash came in waves. People were confused, some were angry, and many felt betrayed. Jojo had presented herself as the new face of gay pop. She had claimed that her music, her brand, and her mission was to carve out space for queerness in mainstream media. And now she was dating a man? For some, that felt like a contradiction. For others, it felt like a publicity stunt. And for her most loyal queer fans, it felt like a letdown. It sparked conversations about what it means to come out and stay out. Because the internet loves certainty. People want clean labels. When Jojo came out, she said she was gay, not bisexual, not pansexual. So for some, her new relationship felt like backtracking. Like everything she had built her public persona on was suddenly shifting beneath their feet. It didn't stop there. People began digging. Clips from Big Brother were shared. Fans dissected every interaction between Jojo and Chris. and slowly a narrative began to form, that Jojo wasn't just shifting her identity, but that she might be manipulating it. Whether fair or not, the speculation took off. And then came the Savannah Dammers situation. While filming Big Brother, Jojo had grown close to influencer Savannah. They were seen laughing, cuddling, sharing emotional moments. Fans were convinced there was something romantic there, but once the camera stopped rolling, Savannah vanished from Jojo's feed. No explanation, no closure, just gone. Then, almost immediately, Jojo went public with Chris. To fans, it looked messy, suspicious, like a love triangle unfolding in real time. Some even wondered if Jojo had used Savannah for attention or connection during the show, only to drop her the moment Chris became the more headline-worthy option.
So many reasons why my breakup happened. Christopher is not one of them. And I actually told this cat, I was like, maybe it would be easier if he was. But he is not one of them. So if you're gonna share the story, share the story.
The romantic side of the speculation, it paints this picture of like infidelity and paints you as a villain.
Don't paint it out to look like I cheated on you, because I didn't. I would nail my feet into the ground and I will stand on that ground. I did not, I would not, and I have not. You know what I mean?
Were you presented with doubts about your actions in the house with Chris?
No, because I straight up said, what are your boundaries?
At no time am I watching you and Chris and wondering if you're seriously having a thing with this guy, or if you know, like I know who you are.
Our bond is beautiful, but our bond is what you saw.
Fans weren't just questioning Jojo's identity. They were questioning her honesty, her loyalty, her motives. And then came Kat, the ex who changed everything. Kat, Jojo's former partner, posted a deeply emotional video. She didn't name Jojo directly, but the message was clear. She described their breakup as one of the darkest moments of her life. Said she thought their relationship was built on trust, monogamy, stability. But then she saw the footage. Jojo crawling into Chris's bed, Jojo giggling, Jojo leaning in, and it broke her. Kat said, I had the world's biggest meltdown. The video gained traction fast. Fans flooded the comments with support, but within days, it disappeared, deleted, erased. Some fans claimed it was a choice. Others believed Jojo's team had it taken down, that Kat was being silenced, that Jojo was curating her narrative while her ex was left in the dark. And that's when Miley's joke dropped. It hit like a grenade. Jojo stayed quiet at first, but the internet didn't. People debated the joke. Was it funny? Was it shade? Was Miley calling Jojo out for backpedaling on her identity? Or was it just a cheeky reference with no deeper meaning? Eventually, Jojo responded. She posted old photos from her childhood, photos that told a story. Her 5th birthday party, fully Miley themed. A picture of her and Miley side by side. She was a fangirl turned peer, and now a punchline.
She's just my favourite person. We've had so many questions from everyone about Jojo, but yeah, she's just my favourite human, and somebody I can literally talk about relentlessly. I think you've had it all night, haven't you? Last night, as in the questions. Jay's had questions and answers, but yes, I miss her. My stomach was rumbling earlier, and I keep getting stomach rumbles, and that I always get that when I have separation anxiety. And right now, God, how bad's the stomach big boys? Need a rumble in the old jungle down there, isn't there? Yeah.
I was happy at my 5th birthday having a Miley-themed party, and I'm still happy now at 22, she wrote. She didn't accuse Miley of malice. Instead, she said the joke wasn't evil, just not helpful. Not what I or the world needed right now. She said she reached out to Miley directly. Miley replied, all love always. But the damage was already done. The comments on Jojo's post were a battlefield. Some people praised her grace. Others called her out for hypocrisy. Some said she was deflecting. Others saw growth.
I need massages.
Massage. I'll give you one.
I need the massage.
I'll give you.
I'm the one with the broken eyeball.
Yeah, I'm the one who's literally mended it all day.
You have sat there with me for 10 minutes max today and made it worse with a tea bag.
That sounds horrendous. Let me see it. No, come on, look at me. Look in my eyes. You've oiled me up and suddenly I feel good.
She's handling it like a pro. She's avoiding accountability again. This is powerful. This is performative. No matter what side people were on, one truth remained. Jojo's image was fractured. And the cracks weren't from just one comment or one relationship. They were from the cumulative weight of growing up under constant scrutiny. From being a brand before being a person. From being expected to represent an entire community before fully understanding herself. Because Jojo isn't just a person, she's a platform. Every move she makes is magnified. every relationship dissected, every statement picked apart. And when you live that way, the stakes aren't just personal, they're public. Jojo Siwa is only 22 years old. She's still learning, still evolving. But the world often doesn't let people like her grow quietly. She's expected to be a role model, a pioneer, a spokesperson. And when she strays from that image, even slightly, the backlash is swift. Ironically, Miley Cyrus knows that life well. She's reinvented herself countless times, gone from Disney sweetheart to boundary-pushing icon. She's faced criticism, outrage, cancellation, and redemption. She's been misunderstood more times than she can count. Maybe her joke was a moment of careless humor. Maybe it was a jab. Or maybe it was a mirror, reflecting the same judgment she once faced back at JoJo. Whatever the intent, the effect was clear. It reopened wounds, exposed tensions, and reignited debates about identity, visibility, and authenticity. So what now for Jojo Siwa? She's no longer just a bow-wearing teen star. She's a complicated, evolving young woman trying to navigate love, fame, and identity in real time. And she's doing it in front of millions. Whether JoJo's story becomes one of redemption, reinvention, or retreat remains to be seen. But what's undeniable is that her journey reflects something deeper about our culture. The pressure to be perfect, to fit labels, to never change. And beyond all the headlines, there's a human being trying to grow. Because JoJo isn't just a story for clicks. She's not a symbol for arguments online. She's a person who has been asked to carry the weight of millions of expectations, most of which she never asked for. Maybe she made mistakes. Maybe she moved too fast, said the wrong thing, dated the wrong people. But hasn't everyone? In JoJo's case, every moment is magnified. Every comment becomes a controversy. Every emotion becomes content. And it begs the question, how do we expect young people to figure themselves out under that kind of microscope? If Miley's joke sparked a firestorm, it's only because the fuel was already there. Public curiosity, old wounds, unspoken expectations, and a growing tension between public ownership of identity and private growth. For Jojo Siwa, the journey ahead is unpredictable. But one thing is clear, she's not backing down. She's still performing, still posting, still trying. And maybe that's what resilience looks like in the digital age. Because love changes, people evolve. And identity, like life, rarely fits into a single sentence. Miley's joke may have lit the match, but the fire was already burning. And for Jojo Siwa, the flames are far from out.